Let's talk about the World Cup and TMS, mind, body, and neuroplastic symptoms. Tori, what are you talking about? Through my recovery, I keep seeing how so many of my past and present experiences have been shaped by my symptoms. And that awareness in each new insight becomes another step forward. So let's talk about the World Cup. We just had the final yesterday, but over the course of the past 39 days, I've caught multiple games. From the very first one that I watched, which is the first World Cup I've watched since developing TMS, I immediately started overanalyzing what these guys were doing with their bodies and really how in the world are they not getting injured. Sure, they're professional athletes. They have amazing strength, agility, and cardiovascular fitness to essentially sprint for 90 minutes straight. But they are running into each other, tripping each other, falling over, flying in the air, hitting the ground hard, doing headers. Joints seem to be getting all twisted in all sorts of ways that they shouldn't be, which, oh, that's a trigger for me to see. I even saw a guy basically do a full flip in the air yesterday, and he just bounced back up as if it was nothing. And it's not just once per game type of thing or once in a while type of thing. All of the above are happening multiple times per game, game after game. And sure, soccer players do get injured. Do remember that sometimes they're going to milk those injuries for a little more stoppage and catch their breath, so sometimes it's overdone, but also completely amazing to see what the human body can do and be so resilient. These guys are falling down and getting hit and twisting their bodies in all sorts of ways and then getting back up to keep going full force like it was nothing. Well, because it was nothing to them. I've seen so many people in the TMS mind-body community think they're going to hurt themselves by just doing basic life activities like walking or going up the stairs. I'm not hating. I used to be one of those people. For 9 months, I went up and down my stairs with one leg first because I was afraid to hurt the other one. I used to think that I could injure myself by just walking. Hell, I used to get injured by just putting dishes away or bringing in groceries from the car. I know, we are not professional soccer players, and yes, they are stronger than us and more athletic than us, but if you caught any of the World Cup and saw what they put their bodies through and came out injury-free, just using your body to simply navigate your environment and thinking that that could hurt you seems kind of silly. Now, a related World Cup story for those of you with sensory triggers or ear issues. Yesterday, I went to watch the final at a local brewery, and when the game started, they turned up the volume so loud. On the TV, it was louder than a concert. And for a moment, I was like, oh my God, I am not gonna be able to handle this. I'm just not gonna be able to stay here. I just ordered food and I wanna go. I have a history of ear issues, starting with the vertigo, balance issues, which are long gone, the tinnitus, which is long gone, and other things like ear fullness and swelling, which I used to think were ear infections. And once the urgent care doctor told me I had TMJ, well, I was like, oh, that's TMS. And now I pay it no mind. But my ears are still sensitive at times, and it's just one of my things that eventually will completely go. So I'm still a little squirrely when it comes to something that might bother them. But I stayed, and although it got a little better with time, when I got home, I just had a massive headache, and I just needed to lie down in silence with my eyes closed. Oh, my eyeballs even hurt. I mean, it was not just the noise, it was the visual, it was the sensory overload too. And I was not going to take an ibuprofen because I was like, there's nothing actually wrong with me. There's no injury, there's no inflammation. I just need some quiet and a little rest for a little bit. And I just imagined my symptoms just evaporating from my ears and from my forehead and from my eyeballs and gave it time. Within the hour, I felt better. So thanks, World Cup, for teaching me yet another lesson these past few weeks. The body is incredibly resilient and can do amazing things. If you're afraid that walking, bending over, climbing the stairs, or going to the grocery store is going to break you, or sensory overload is going to ruin the rest of your day, start looking for evidence that challenges that belief. Like watching sports. There's no reason you can't have fun while doing it.